Koga, the poison-type gym leader from the Kanto region, and while originally he had a Weezing and a Muk, two pretty strong Pokemon, I never remember him being much of an issue. But what if Koga wanted to become the champion of Kanto, using what I consider one of his strongest teams in Pokemon Leaf Green, consisting of a Muk, a Weezing, Arbok, Venomoth, Ariados, and then finally a Crobat, giving him a solid poison-type team. As we make our way through the Indigo Plateau to arrive at the Elite Four ready for this challenge, let me explain the rules. Now I know what you're thinking. I could just use a full team of level 100 Pokemon and easily win. That's where the rules come in. We can't level past the Elite Four or the Champion's Ace, and no items in battle, or held items allowed. We must play it like a gym leader too, meaning no switching, as gym leaders really don't switch that much either. So with the brief rules, let's see if Koga can become the champion. So this is my team, and here are the movesets I'm going to be using for this challenge. To start off with, we have Muk, who's got a lot of elemental punches, giving him really good coverage. Next up, we have Weezing. Once again, some good coverage with Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, and Poison-type stab in Sludge Bomb. Third, we have our physical attacker, Arbok. No poison coverage, but things like Earthquake, Rock Slide, and Iron Tail should really help us out. Next is Venomoth, a special attacker too, with moves like Giga Drain, Psychic, and then Sleep Powder to put Pokemon to sleep if we're having a hard time. Ariados is once again another special attacker. Psychic, Sludge Bomb, and even Leech Life. This Pokemon could shock me in this playthrough. Finally, Crobat, with moves like Air Cutter, Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, and you can see the reoccurring theme here. Some good, powerful moves, but coverage-wise, some of them are really struggling. Let's see how we fare against our first Elite Four member. So first of the Elite Four is Lorelei. She's an Ice type specialist, and with us having poison types and her having a Jinx, I'm not really sure how this is going to go, so let's give her a shot. Lorelei's lead is a Dugong, and we're going to lead off with Muk for this challenge. I think he gives us really good coverage on most of the Pokemon we have to face, so our best move straight away is to go for a Thunder Punch. A super effective hit that should do a decent amount of damage to Dugong, and it actually does close to half, but we don't get the paralysis, and Dugong then goes for a double team, a move that allows him to raise his evasion, so we might start missing attacks, which isn't good. It doesn't look like Thunder Punch will be able to take out Dugong now, so we'll go for it again, and we bring him to just a sliver of HP. We also get the paralysis, but I don't think that's going to matter, as Lorelei is probably going to heal up her ace, as Dugong decides to hit us with a Surf. Now, Muk's quite tanky, and we do take it very, very decently, as we can just go for another Thunder Punch, as Lorelei does in fact full restore like I knew she would. With the evasion, we luckily make it through and hit another Thunder Punch, and we're still doing just not even half. This is kind of bad. At least Muk is really tanky. Lorelei is actually going to pull a double on us. Who's she going to go into? Lorelei then goes into Piloswine, and that means our Thunder Punch does nothing. But we do have Fire Punch, and this is going to really hurt Piloswine if I had to guess. It is quite bulky. How much damage can we do? We do a really good amount. We don't get the burn though. Piloswine replies with a super effective Earthquake, and this is going to do good damage to Muk, if not take him out. But Muk is bulky and survives the attack. We can now go for one more Fire Punch, and this should be our first knockout on Lorelei's first Pokemon, and down Piloswine goes. Now, Lorelei sends out the threat that I'm kind of worried about, but I think we can take it down, Jinx. There is no way Muk outspeeds, so as I think, Jinx is going to take down Muk with an Ice Beam, and that's the end of our first Pokemon. I think Crobat's the only Pokemon that can outspeed Jinx, and I don't know if my other Pokemon can even survive a Psychic attack, so the best thing we can do is go for a Shadow Ball. This is super effective against Jinx and should do really good damage, and we just take it out in one hit. That is absolutely perfect. We definitely needed that. Lorelei decides to go into her Dugong again now. Now, I'm not sure Dugong's going to be able to survive an attack here. It's at above half. It probably will live an attack. We can go for Giga Drain, but Crobat's special attack is not the best, so I'm not expecting this to do too much damage, but a knockout again would be really... It does nothing. Nope. Wow, that does absolutely nothing. And in reply here, we're probably going to take a big Ice Beam, and we are. Dugong connects the Ice Beam. How much is he going to do to our Crobat? Over half. That's not good. Maybe now we should go for a Stab Sludge Bomb. Giga Drain did absolutely nothing, and we can't survive one more attack, so let's see if a Sludge Bomb can take out Dugong, and it can, so that's Dugong down. So far, we've knocked out 3 of her Pokemon, but she still has a tanky one left, and I'm afraid that is probably going to come out next. It's not. Okay, we can deal with that. So now now she's going to go into her Ice-type Cloyster. He's pretty bulky defensively, but special side, not too much. So we just go for a Giga Drain. Let's get us to above half HP and see how much damage we can get off against this Pokemon. We get over half. That's really nice. We should be able to heal quite a bit here too, and we do. I don't know if we can survive an attack from this thing though. Let's see. Cloyster goes for an Ice Beam, and I'm pretty sure that's a down Crobat. Yeah, we have no chance. A critical hit, of course, and Crobat falls. But we're looking like we're in the driver's seat right now. I think it's time to give Venomoth. Let's go into Venomoth and give Venomoth some time to shine. We can just go for a Giga Drain. Our Crobat's Giga Drain didn't do much, but hopefully Venomoth's can do a bit more and bring it down. It can, so that's Cloyster gone. This leaves her with just one Pokemon left right now. This Pokemon could be a problem. It is the transport Pokemon Lapras. Now Lapras is bulky, so I'm expecting to take a big hit here too. We once again can just go for the Giga Drain. In hindsight, actually I should have gone for a Sleep Powder. Giga Drain connects. It does not even half, and what's Lapras going to go for? I'm guessing a Surf. This Lapras has Psychic. How did I forget? That's not good. How much is this going to do? Over half. Okay, I think our best chance now is to go for a Sleep Powder and try and put Lapras to sleep. We connect it. That's excellent. So hopefully Lapras now stays asleep for a few turns and we can get off some big damage. So all we can do right now is let's spam some Giga Drains. So we get off one, we bring him to a Sliver. Does Lapras wake up? No, stays asleep. Can we get off this next one? No, Lorelei's going to burn yet another full restore and Lapras is going to wake up. So we just Giga Drain once more. We do close to half again and we're back at full HP. Let's just keep spamming them Giga Drains. We bring her to a Sliver again. Another Psychic's coming our way, but we know we can live a Psychic. We live it. Final Giga Drain. There's no PP. We don't have PP. Let's go for a Sludge Bomb. Hopefully this is enough to take down Lapras and we defeat our first Elite Four member. And we do. That was a pretty easy battle. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. I thought Jinx was going to be more of an issue. But Crobat Shadow Ball is just really strong against Jinx, and Jinx is frail, so we will definitely take this win. It's time to move on to our next Elite Four member. The second Elite Four member in our way to champion glory is Bruno, a fighting type expert with 2 Steelixes. I think technically we match up pretty well with Crobat and Air Slash, but Steelixes could be a massive issue. But we do have coverage for him, so let's see how we go. Maybe Arbok can actually put in some really good work with Earthquake here, but I'm not quite sure. Bruno's lead is going to be one of his Steelixes, because of course a fighting type Elite Four member has to have a Steel type. Makes sense. So our lead is Muck for this challenge, and all we can do straight away is hit a super effective Fire Punch, but Steelix is very bulky defensively, and it's special in this generation, I forgot, so that does a massive amount of damage, never mind. And Muck dodges a Rock Tomb because it's made of sludge and it can just scurry away from the Rock Tomb, so we can just go for one more Fire Punch straight to the face of Steelix, critical hit, even though that is completely overkill. And we take down his first Pokemon. Second out, Bruno's going to go into Hitmonlee. Now, obviously, gym leaders don't switch too much. They let you test out your Pokemon strength, or we're going to stay in with our Muck. We're just going to go for a Sludge Bomb. We actually outspeed. Okay, I didn't think we would. Good speed training means Muck is fast. Sludge Bomb's doing massive damage, and we bring him all the way to the red, as this Hitmonlee has Earthquake. That's going to do a huge amount of damage to Muck. That Earthquake brings us super low too, but because we have the speed advantage, we might get lucky. Bruno should full restore. He's going to, and we're just going to get off another Sludge Bomb for free here. This should bring him all the way back down, and we get the poison, putting him in the red, but it doesn't matter because we know Muck is faster. And a final Sludge Bomb to his face. That is a knocked out Hitmonlee. So far, excellent. This is going really well. Now is Machamp. Now Machamp's not too fast, but it is quite strong. We outspeed with Muck once more. We throw some sludge straight at his head. We do not even close to half, and Machamp has Earthquake as well. So that is Muck definitely down. We've not managed to use too much with Ariados or Arbok yet, so I think Crobat is our best switch in. It has to be. There's no doubt about it against this trainer. So we can throw out an Air Cutter. We connect it. Let's see how much damage it does to Machamp. And we take him out. We critical hit. There is a lot of critical hits so far, but we will take it nonetheless, and that is his most powerful Pokemon down. Bruno's now going to go into Hitmonchan. We definitely don't want to switch. We're going to stay in. I don't think this can hurt us. We can just Air Cutter once more because we have great coverage for this Elite Four member. And this, just a sliver. Just a sliver, Hitmonchan. He has Rock Slide. Hitmonchan connects a Rock Slide. Let's see how much damage this does. Not even half. Wow. We are destroying Bruno right now. He's going to try and save his Pokemon by full restoring, but Crobat's Air Cutter is just going to be way too powerful, and we bring him back down to the red. Final Air Cutter, and down he goes. This just leaves him with a Steelix left. Now, we can't swap, and Crobat can't really hurt this thing, so I mean, Giga Drain is good. Let's see how much Giga Drain does. It does about 20%, if that. So right now, we dodge attacks and we just keep Giga Drain, and there's nothing more we can do. Iron Tail is definitely going to hurt Crobat, and we get defense lowered. We can just keep Giga Draining, restore HP, and try and end this stalling fight. We're at 4 HP, final Giga Drain before Steelix gets to take us down with a final Iron Tail attack. This gives us finally a time to go into Arbok, who we've not managed to use perfectly just yet, but I'm sure it's going to be used a lot more in the upcoming Elite Four members and the champion, and we should be able to finish the bulky steel Pokemon off with a Earthquake, and down Steelix goes. This gives us a victory over our second Elite Four member already, Bruno, and so far this is going fantastic, but I presume things are going to get a lot harder. Let's continue. The third member we need to face is Agatha, the Ghost type specialist, who also has some poison types on her team. Now her Gengars and Arbok and her Crobat, basically a whole team, this is going to be rough. I think our Arbok is going to have to come in really clutch here, and this is why we need an Arbok on the team for trainers like Agatha. So let's see how this battle is going to go. Agatha's lead is going to be a Gengar straight away as we lead off with Muck. Now we don't have many ways to hurt them, so I think our best option is to just go for an Ice Punch and go for a Freeze. But Agatha is a pain of a trainer. She likes to go for Hypnosises, Mean Looks, Confuse Rays, and you're just in a world of trouble. So all we can do right now is take a big Psychic to the face as we stay asleep, and that is going to be our first Pokemon. Muck survives on 8 HP. That is lucky, but we don't wake up. So Gengar takes down our Muck very easily, and that is a terrible start. I don't think Arbok can outspeed, but we have no options. We can go into Crobat and try and get off a big Shadow Ball, which we do outspeed. Thankfully, we do have a really fast Pokemon on our team, otherwise this could have been an issue. Gengar is very frail, so one Shadow Ball takes down her first Pokemon too. Second out, Agatha is going to go into the weak Ghost type, Mischievous. Once again, we can just go for a Shadow Ball. I don't see any reason not to. Mischievous may be more bulky than Gengar. Nope, there is no chance. The Mischievous falls too, and Crobat might actually come in really clutch here. She's going to throw by going into a Gengar again. This is level 17. We're starting to see the level creeps catch up a little bit here, but we're still a super fast Pokemon. One Shadow Ball could just take her out, and then this could be a really easy fight when I expected it. I spoke too early. Gengar lives. Gengar's going to go for Thunderbolt, and this is really going to hurt. Can Crobat's bulk survive a super effective attack from a level 70 Gengar? We can, at a reasonable amount of HP too. Let's finish off Gengar with a Shadow Ball to the face. Agatha's gonna Uno reverse us and go for a full restore, but it shouldn't matter too much as we're doing way too much damage for Agatha to heal, and a final Shadow Ball brings down her ace Gengar. Next, she's gonna go into her Crobat. Now, I thought this would have been a better Pokemon for her to choose anyway, but I guess she saw the super effective attack with Gengar. I think our best option is to just Air Cutter and see how much we do. Close to half, and Crobat's going to hit us with a Shadow Ball. That does nothing to us. We Air Cutter once more, bringing him low as he finally decides to go for an Air Cutter too, and we survive on 9 HP. Crobat is putting in monstrous work right now. I am so impressed. This leaves her with just one Pokemon left, which is Arbok, who has Intimidate, but I don't think that's going to matter as we're specially attacking orientated anyway. We hit an Air Cutter and we're doing about 25%, maybe just over, as a Sludge Bomb is definitely going to bring down our MVP of 2 fights, I would say, Crobat. Now, let's have an Arbok versus an Arbok standoff. This battle should be in the bag. We just need to hit a super effective Earthquake, see how much damage we do, enough to bring down the fellow Arbok. It is. We have showed our dominance with poison types here and defeated Agatha very easily. Next up could be a real big challenge for our team though. The last Elite Four member in this challenge before our final showdown with the champion is Lance. He's a flying type or a dragon type specialist, I'll let you decide. He's got 2 powerful Dragonites and a Kingdra. This could be rough. Let's see how our poison types fares into the master of dragons, Lance. Lance's lead is going to be a Gyarados and we lead with Muck. Now Gyarados is 4 times weak to electric and we have Thunder Punch, so this move should electrify him and definitely take him him down, if not be super close, and we don't manage to take it out. Somehow Gyarados lives and hits a Thunder Wave, paralyzing Muck. Now we know Lance is going to full restore here, so we're free to stay in and hit another super effective Thunder Punch, and this time we still don't bring it down. Gyarados is going to go for a last hurrah and Hyper Beam Muck. This is going to do massive damage, but Muck's bulky, and he's really shocked me as a Pokemon this run. A final Thunder Punch, and down Gyarados goes. Lance's next Pokemon is going to be one of his Dragonites. Is it the ace? It's not. We have Ice Punch, but Dragonite is faster thanks to the Thunder Wave and can hit an Earthquake first. Can Muck hold on and hit a freezing Ice Punch? No. No chance. Muck falls. Okay, this is rough. I think our best option is to go into Venomoth here and go for a Sleep Powder to put Dragonite to sleep. Luckily, we connect it. But now, do we have enough damage from our little moth to be able to inflict good damage onto Dragonite? Let's find out. We Sludge Bomb one, and we do about 25%. Dragonite stays asleep. Let's Sludge Bomb once more, and we should bring it to under half now. We do. Dragonite wakes up and has access to Flamethrower, and our moth is going to be toast. But Venomoth holds on, surprising me once more. Let's try and risk a Sleep Powder again. We hit it. This is perfect. The only problem is Lance might full restore this because we're not going to take it out of our next Sludge Bomb, and we don't. Lance doesn't full restore his Dragonite, and we get to bring it down with our Venomoth. That's a great fight. Next out is Aerodactyl, and there is no chance we outspeed this, and we definitely don't. He hits an Earthquake onto Venomoth and just brings us down. I think Weezing now. Weezing has had 0 spotlight. It's not been used, so let's come in, dodge the Earthquake thanks to our ability Levitate, and hit a super effective Thunderbolt on the prehistoric bird to bring him really low. We can just go for a Thunderbolt again, but Aerodactyl's going to throw rocks at our heads just before. No stat raise for him, and Weezing comes out, makes a massive impact straight away, and deals with his prehistoric bird. Next up though is a Kingdra, and I'm worried about this thing. Let's just throw off some Sludge. We are faster, and we throw Sludge at Kingdra's face, and we do just close to half. That's not bad, as he sets up a Dragon Dance. This is not good. We might have a Hyper Beam coming our way, but Kingdra's getting greedy and Dragon Dance into +2. We can throw Sludge at him once more, this time bringing him low, and we get the poison. Kingdra is now in the red. Lance could full restore, and at a +2, this is a big threat. Lance does full restore, removing the poison and healing Kingdra as we hit a Sludge Bomb once more. We get a poison yet again, and this could be the difference between winning this battle or losing. Kingdra goes for a +3 in his stats. He really wants to sweep my team. This is not good, but we hope that Weezing can get a critical hit here or something. We need high damage. We bring him to the red once more. Kingdra gets hurt by the poison, but hangs on with a Sliver and then hits a Surf. Kingdra hits a Surf when it's at +3, so it does nothing. Weezing tanks it, and Weezing gets to take out a Kingdra. What a Pokemon you have been. Now though is his last Pokemon, and the biggest threat, a level 72 Dragonite. You can see just how underleveled we are right now. I'll stay in and Thunderbolt. We are faster. Try and get off a little bit of chip damage onto this thing, and maybe even a paralysis, who knows. We don't get the paralysis, and Dragonite hits us with a Thunderbolt as well. This should be enough to take down Weezing, and it is. We have 3 Pokemon left, and one of them is Arbok with Rock Slide. We'll get off the Intimidate, and then we'll go for the Rock Slide. We're faster, we outspeed, we connect it, but we are underleveled here. A Rock Slide brings Dragonite really close to the end. Can we survive an Outrage attack from this monster? Yes, we can at just under half. We can't survive another attack. We need to bring it down right now. Arbok goes for a Rock Slide, and we do just enough damage to bring down his ace. And I must say, I am so impressed with Koga's poison type so far. I think I chose a really good bunch here, and from your suggestions in the comments you leave on videos too. With the last Elite Four member beat, there's only one trainer left in Koga's way before he can become the champion of Kanto. Our last battle is against the champion, Blue, whose team really could pack a punch versus us. He has a Heracross with Earthquake, and don't forget the level 75 Charizard, who can just toast my team. We are very underleveled, but Koga is outperformed so far. Let's see if we can become the champion of Kanto as Koga. Blue's lead is going to be Heracross as we lead off with Muck. Now we can just go for a super effective Fire Punch straight away. We need to neutralize one of his threats immediately, but we don't even do half. We don't get the burning. He goes for counter, and it fails. That is great for us. Now Heracross wins the speed type by the looks of it, hits an Earthquake, and how much damage is this strong Pokemon going to inflict onto Muck? We do survive it. Let's see if Fire Punch can bring him down or bring him very low, and it brings him to the red. This means Blue's definitely going to full restore here, so we can just Fire Punch on the heel once more to bring him low again. Now we don't win the speed tie, and that is going to be a Muck down immediately. Not great. Now it's time to use Ariados again. I remember that it has Psychic, and we've not used it too much. Let's see if our special attack is enough to bring down the bug and fighting type, and it's not. That's really not good. He goes for a counter again and misses it. Now he hits a super hard Mega Horn, and even though we're a bug type, it still does a massive amount of damage, but Ariados gets to come out and finish off Heracross with a sidekick. Blue's next Pokemon is going to be Executor. Now we have the type matchup here once again. Let's just go for a Sludge Bomb and try and get off as much damage on the three-headed eggplant as we possibly can before we inevitably probably die to a sidekick. Sludge Bomb does just over half. We get the poison as well. Sidekick does come our way, and that is going to be a dead spider. Now we can go into Wheezing, and we can go for a flamethrower. Hopefully we're faster. We are, and this is going to be able to get revenge for our poor little spider and bring down the three-headed eggplant. But I'm still very worried. He's got massive threats, and we're running out of ways to deal with them. Alakazam, I forgot about this thing. We're not going to be able to live a sidekick, are we? I should have gone for a Shadow Ball, but I went for a Sludge Bomb. It doesn't matter. We can't live a sidekick. It's too strong for us. Now we're in big trouble. Crobat is under levels. Can we outspeed? We can. Shadow Ball, please. It needs to do enough damage here, or this is just over, I believe. We do. We take it down. There's still hope. There's still hope we can bring this battle back. But now is a Dark type Tyranitar, and we really can't hurt this thing. In the sand, Giga Drain is going to do 25%. We're going to take a massive Thunderbolt. It doesn't do too much to us, but with Sandstorm too, we're in trouble. All we can do is just keep Giga Draining, getting back a little bit of HP that Sandstorm takes off us, and we should be able to live another one. We do. Now we can get off a final Giga Drain, bringing him under half before he goes for a crunch on Crobat. Is this enough to bring us down now? It is, and Crobat falls. We have two Pokemon left, Arbok and Venomoth. We need Arbok for Charizard, but it's level 75, and I don't know if we can outspeed it. First, we go for an Earthquake. This should be enough to bring down his Tyranitar. Very bulky, and we bring it down. This is a very close battle. I must say, I didn't expect this to go this way. First, we have a Gyarados to deal with. We can't swap. Arbok needs to be able to deal with Gyarados and then a Charizard in order for us to win this first try, and I don't know if it can. We Rock Slide, and we do nothing. He has Earthquake and immediately kills us. It's up to Venomoth now, but I think Venomoth is toast, and I think we're about to fail on the last one here. We can go for a Sleep Powder. We hit it, putting Gyarados to sleep. Sandstorm still raging, doing chipped on damage on both of us. Now, let's Giga Drain and get back some HP. We really don't want Gyarados to go in the red here. We need to kill the Sludge Bomb. And Blue for restores. So I think we're in. Sludge Bomb critical hit and did a massive damage, but we get the poison, so we can't put it to sleep. No. Let's see if Sludge Bomb can take it out now. It doesn't. Hyper Beam comes our way. This might be our first fail. Can we survive? Can Venomoth hang on? We hang on with 22 HP, but Sandstorm damage means we go down to 10. And unfortunately, no matter what we now do to Charizard, we are in trouble. If we Sleep Powder, then Sandstorm kills us. If we Giga Drain, Charizard kills us. So let's just Sleep Powder before we inevitably fall to the Sandstorm. And that is our first fail. I believe now we need to level up and catch up in the levels, and we can take down Blue. Let's give that a go. So now we can go straight back into it with a rematch against Blue. Our team is leveled up to around 70 and 71, giving us a really good shot at bringing him down and becoming champion. Fire Punch is now doing over half to Heracross, and we snag the burn as he goes for a counter but fails. This means one final Fire Punch and Muck can bring down Heracross while still being at full HP, which is great. Next out, the three-headed Eggplant Executor. We can just Fire Punch once more for massive damage as we get put to sleep. We hit one more Fire Punch, but we don't because we're asleep, and we get hit by a Sidekick bringing us low. Unlucky for us, we stay asleep and Muck goes down to Executor with a Sidekick. We can now just go straight back out into Ariados, and we know that we can just bring him down with a Sludge Bomb. Blue's next Pokemon is Alakazam, the big threat. I Sludge Bomb, but we don't outspeed. Ariados is super frail, and a Psychic just takes us straight out. Back into Crobat, and hopefully we can deal with this thing once more with a Shadow Ball. We connect it, and it looks like it's going to do just enough to bring him down, giving us the kill over Alakazam. His next Pokemon, once again, is Tyranitar. Sandstream activates, so we're all going to take massive damage each turn. We now start going for Giga Drains. We're doing about 25% as he's healing. Thunderbolt hits us, and it's just like last time where we're both exchanging moves. This is a losing battle for us, but we can get off some really good chip damage onto Tyranitar, which we know that Arbok can come in after Crobat falls and hopefully take it out. We bring him to blow. Oh, we get a critical hit, so we put him in the red. This is bad because now Blue's going to full restore as we survive a Thunderbolt, but we fall to Sandstorm. This should mean we can get off some really good damage now with Earthquake as Blue does full restore, and we're doing it over half, thankfully, but this is looking just like last time. Earthquake once more, and we bring down Tyranitar, and next out is going to be the Gyarados again that we know we can't hurt. and it's back to being a 2-on-2. We Rock Slide, and we critical hit, and we one-hit KO Gyarados. This is it. This could be the winning run. Blue's last Pokemon is a powerful Charizard. If we can outspeed and hit a Rock Slide, this is over. Arbok takes Sandstorm damage, Charizard takes Sandstorm damage, and we go for a Rock Slide. Arbok outspeeds, it's 4 times super effective. There is no chance that Charizard, and it does survive. No, this is awful. We flinch. We get the flinch. RNG is in our favor. This definitely means we should now be able to win the fight. Citrus Berry should take him out of full restore range. It does. We connect the Rock Slide. Arbok brings down Charizard, and with that, we defeat the champion Blue. And Koga has proven that he is strong enough to become the champion of Kanto by taking on the Elite Four and the champion. Wow, I am super impressed with Koga's team. We had very, very little issues until the champion. I tried a new style of commentating this time. I'm not sure if you could guess, but I tried doing this live so I could give you my thoughts on what I'm doing and try and narrate the moves a little bit better. Let me know in the comments below if you like this style, if you prefer me to go back to the old style. As always, I appreciate you watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.